Are you guys ready to jump back into the story with us?
How is the story coming?
Great! We have a king and a knight that's on this quest to find a special flower that's gonna save the king's daughter. I just need to make sure I have it all written down right.
That's great, but according to my schedule...
Oh, I know, you're right. Do you guys think you can handle it while I work on it? Okay.
You in?
I'm in.
Good, because it's time to rehearse the verse. Today's verse comes from the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5. Say it like this. James 1:5. If any of you need wisdom, ask God for it. He will give it to you. Great job. Now, how about we repeat it? Huh? Okay. Ready? All right. James 1:5.
James 1:5.
If any of you need wisdom,
If any of you need wisdom,
ask God for it.
ask God for it.
He will give it to you.
He will give it to you.
Excellent. So we just ask God for wisdom and he just gives it.
Yep, that's what it says in the Bible. Now. All right, so let's get back to the story. We have a king, we have a knight on a quest, we have a dead princess. A sleeping princess.
Wait, someone remind me. Why is she asleep again?
Maybe we should go back to the king in the castle.
I may be dreaming, but there seems to be more color in your face. I wish you didn't have to go through this. If only you had waited and asked God for wisdom in what to do.
Maybe I shouldn't go out of the castle today. After all, I don't have my guards with me, and she has threatened to kill me. Maybe Father was right. No, that's silly. After all this time, and she's never tried to harm me once. I think she's just forgotten about me. After all, this is my castle. How is she gonna harm me here?
Hopefully the knight will be more wise and ask God to show him what to do. I wonder where he is now.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like this whole light business.
Me neither.
Okay then, no light.
What if the knight gets hungry?
He looks in his bag and finds no food. It must have fallen out somewhere along the way.
Seriously?
But the knight is confident that he'll find food soon.
But he doesn't. After hours of walking through the forest, he's so tired and hungry, he's not sure if he can go on.
I don't think I can go on.
Suddenly, someone appears.
What if it's a beautiful fairy?
No, it needs to be a villain. You know, someone who wants to harm the knight.
So who do you think it should be?
Someone really creepy looking.
Hello, can I offer you something to eat?
No.
I've got it!
Does that mean you have an idea?
Yes, Nitro. And I can't believe we haven't thought of this before. The knight is tired and hungry. He searches the forest for food.
I'm not gonna find any food here, am I? Why would a young lady be in a place like this? Excuse me, miss. May I be of assistance to you?
Oh no, Sir Knight. I know this forest very well. My grandmother's house is just over those hills. I'm on my way there now.
Pardon me, but isn't it dangerous for a young lady and her grandmother to be living out here alone in a place like this?
Thank you for caring about us like that. but we're quite all right. But you look so torn and tired. Why don't you come with me to my grandmother's house where you can rest?
Oh, that'd be great, thanks. I could really use some food and some rest.
So he's just going to follow her, just like that.
Yeah, I am.
No, you can't have the knight follow the villain. That's not safe or wise. Here's what should happen.
Excuse me, miss. May I be of assistance to you?
Oh no, Sir Knight. I know this forest very well. My grandmother's house is just over those hills. I'm on my way there now.
Pardon me, but isn't it dangerous for a young lady and her grandmother to be living out here alone in a place like this?
Thank you for caring about us like that, but we're quite all right. But you look so torn and tired. Why don't you come with me to my grandmother's house where you can rest?
Thanks for asking, but I'm on an important mission, and I can't waste any time. Goodbye.
I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither. Why don't you let me make my own decisions? Food and rest would be great, thank you.
You must be on a very important journey to be out here in the dark forest like this.
I am.
Who sent you?
The king sent me.
Here, take one of my apples. You can eat it on the way to my grandmother's house.
Okay, wait right there. Apples from strangers? I don't think he should eat them.
But he's hungry.
Luke is correct. It does not seem like a wise choice.
What do you guys think the knight should do? Should he eat the apple? Or not? Yes or no? Shout out your answers.
Something just doesn't feel right. Could this be the second challenge the king was talking about? Doesn't look dangerous. What did the king tell me?
Ask God to give you his wisdom.
Pause. Pray. Pick. God, I'm hungry and tired, but something about this isn't right. I need your wisdom.
Is there something wrong?
Thank you for the apple, and for the kind invitation to stay at your grandmother's cabin. But I can't get off the path that I'm on. I've wasted too much time with you already.
But are you sure? There might not be food for miles.
God will take care of me. Have a safe journey back to your cottage. Good day.
I like this story very much.
Me too, Nitro.
Pause, pray, pick. Is it really that easy? I mean, I know the king said we should ask God, but we're supposed to just pray for wisdom? That's it.
That's it. I think there's even a Bible story about it. Hold on, let me look. Ah, right there. It is about another king, King Solomon. Check it out.
This is his 66 picks mixed up into one. The book's about God, who he is and what he's done. It's the Holy Bible, y'all, with God's truth packed tight inside. It's alive, a prize to hide in your heart and in your mind. Old Testaments are set up for the big event when Jesus crashed the scene with a new arrangement. It's history, his story, whose story, God's story. Oh, the story of how much he loves me. Let him blow up all the pages, let the show go on. Let his word explode from this video into your
many years ago, there lived a king named Solomon. Solomon loved God very much and obeyed the laws of God just like his father David had done. To show God how much he loved him, Solomon gave 1,000 burnt offerings to God. That's a lot. God must have been very happy with Solomon's offerings because later on that night, God came to Solomon in a dream.
Solomon, ask for anything you want, and I'll give it to you.
Now, Solomon could have had anything he wanted. He could have asked for gold or jewels or more power or even more wishes, but he didn't.
God, you've been kind and loving to my father David when he was king, and because of that love, you've made me king now. But I'm so young, and I have no wisdom or experience. There's so many people to lead. Give me wisdom so that I can judge your people fairly between right and wrong.
This made God very happy.
I will do what you have asked. I will give you wisdom, and you'll be the wisest king who ever lived. And I'll even give you what you didn't ask for. You'll be rich and famous. No other king will compare with you for the rest of your life. And if you follow me with all of your heart, just like your father David did, I'll give you a long life.
After that, Solomon woke up and realized it was a dream. And everything happened just as God said it would. Solomon became the wisest king to have ever lived, all because he asked for wisdom from God above anything else.
See? Solomon could have asked God for anything. What he asked for was wisdom.
Seems like a wise choice to me.
It does. Still, I want to learn more about it. You guys keep writing. I'm gonna go to the room.
So, what happened to the knight after he left the strange girl in the red dress?
Well, I think he became more and more certain that he made the wise choice.
I'm not exactly sure why God had me turn back this way. Maybe I'm just supposed to stay on the path towards the flower, but I got the feeling he was saving me from something more dangerous. All I know is that something wasn't quite right about that girl. Now, where to next?
You have no idea who you're dealing with. I will stop at nothing to keep him from finding the magical flower. So the king sent a knight to save his daughter. I just had a feeling he would try something like this. The knight is growing wiser and wiser, but not wise enough. The dark forest is full of all sorts of traps, including one of my own. One that will be almost impossible for him not to fall into.
That's so good. Hey, room.
Hello, Luke. How can I help you?
Well, we're writing this story.
Yes, I remember something about that. It sounds like great fun.
It is, but is it really true that if we ask God for wisdom, He's just going to give it to us?
The Bible says a great deal about that very thing.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, room, will you show me today's Bible verse? James 1:5. If any of you need wisdom, ask God for it. He will give it to you. Huh. So does that mean God will just give me His wisdom when I ask for it, just like He did King Solomon?
Yes, Luke, He will. Wisdom is the foundation for the good life God has planned for you. He is ready to give it whenever you ask.
So when I have a decision to make, I should be wise, ask God for wisdom. That's it. That's the point. Be wise, ask God for wisdom.
It seems you have your answer.
Indeed I do. Room. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Luke.
Hey!
Welcome back, Luke.
So, how was the room?
Well, I connected the dots.
So you discovered the point. Tell us.
Be wise, ask God for wisdom.
Let's say it together.
Be wise, ask God for wisdom.
I like that. We ask for wisdom and God gives it to us.
Kind of like in today's verse.
Come on, say it with us.
James 1:5.
If any of you need wisdom,
Ask God for it.
He will give it to you. Come back next time. Our fairy tale awaits.
Our adventure quest awaits.
Right. And remember, if you guys have a tough choice to make,
Pause,
pray,
pick. When we have to make a hard decision, it's not always easy to know what to do. That's why it's important to be wise. Ask God for wisdom. It doesn't matter who you are or how old you are. You can be wise if you ask God to help you. The wisest thing that I ever did was choosing Jesus to be the leader of my life. I hope you'll choose him too. To do that, just remember A, B, C. A, admit. Admit that you've done wrong and ask God to forgive you for disobeying him. B, believe. Believe God sent Jesus to take the punishment for your sin. Trust that you are forgiven because Jesus made you right with God. C, choose. Choose to spend your whole life depending on God's power to help you say no to sin. As you live and love like Jesus, tell others God is your leader and number one friend. If you're making the choice to follow Jesus, just let us know, okay? Talk to your Konnect small group leader before you leave.